research has really established over the last 20 years the importance of cross-functional integration, especially cross-functional integration across demand creating, like marketing functions of the firm, and the supply enabling or the supply chain logistics operations purchasing sides of the firm. So I think that the importance of cross-functional integration is established, and we know that it's really important. Historically, research has explored this at a very managerial and at a team level, looking at what is happening functionally within firms. This research is really exciting because it looks with a mixed method approach at exploring what happens at the individual level at the front line of the supply chain. How does this actually get executed? How do the marketing strategies get executed in the supply chain at the front line? So this research explores not only what are the drivers of cross-functional integration, but how does cross-functional integration become effective at the front line of the supply chain. So this research uses a very frontline sample looking at local truck drivers and the impact of their access to cross-functional information and relationships on their performance for both their manufacturing firm that they work for, but also the retail customer downstream. So the impact of this frontline employee who's not often explored in research has a huge impact on two firms in the supply chain. So this research is a unique mixed method approach to exploring cross-functional integration at a very individual level that provides some insights that we haven't seen before in the research. And probably the most exciting or informative finding of this research is just the difference between autonomy and empowerment for frontline employees that are out there in the field, that they need to be empowered cross-functionally. So power needs to be shared and not just relinquished to them to go out into their routes and kind of rogue, effective, implement or execute the strategies of the firm. So I think there's a lot of findings in this paper that are pretty exciting, both theoretically, but also for practitioners who are trying to figure out how do we execute marketing strategies throughout our supply chain.
I think the paper is really cool. Because it shows how people create these networks at work, these networks that are created at work and how they operate and how frontline employees actually do their day-to-day work out when management isn't present and how that can affect overall performance. And I really like it because it shows the true impact of the front line. And and sometimes we forget that at that micro level, it's those frontline employees that make everything happen. So understanding what they go through and how they create their networks is critical to a firm's success.